Hey everybody, it's Femtrooper, and today we're gonna go over all of the games I've recently beat. So we're back with another one of these. I love these because it's just a way for me to go over all of the games that I've finished. I like doing them in threes. I haven't done one of these for a while just because there's been so many like 2025 hype and what I beat last year and all that kind of stuff kind of videos. So we're finally able to do another one of these. I love these so much because it's just a way for me to kind of go over everything that I've finished, document it. Did I like it? Did I not like it? And yeah, we're gonna go over these 3 games, so let's get into it. And of course, before we start the video, please make sure you're subscribed if you're not, click like, and let me know what games you've beat recently. So first up, we've got Visions of Mana. I really enjoyed this. I am so happy that I actually just decided to go for it. It was a newer release, and, you know, I was probably gonna get to it, you know, in a year or 2 or whatever, but I decided to go for it now, and I really, really liked this game. It checks off the Femtrooper formula. It's basically a game with fun characters. You go from town to town. It's colorful, vibrant, and bright, which I love. I'm not saying I don't like dark storylines. I need a dark storyline with bright colors. That's my thing. It's a big adventure game, and I really was excited about that. Now, I don't have a ton of experience with the Mana series because the only other game that I've played, I know it's bad, but the only other one I've played is Trials of Mana, and I thought it was okay. It just didn't blow my mind. It was just okay for me. I know, it's bad. I've never played Secret of Mana. It's something I want to get to. We all have these games we haven't gotten to, but that's one for me. I was hesitant, but then my friend Lewis said, I think you're gonna like this game because it definitely is like Femtrooper style, and I'm like, okay. So I just dove right in, and I have to say, it was really good. It was a really solid, fun adventure, the way I wanted it to be. I think the game had an amazing start, an amazing end, and then kind of an okay middle. So that's just something to be aware of. It's not bad. I just found that it dragged a little in the middle, and then it kind of like, okay, we're at the end now. We're going for it. But the start was my favorite because you slowly, this is my favorite thing in JRPGs, you slowly met different characters and you gained this big party, and you start off with 2 people, now you got 3, now you got 4, now you got 5. Like, it just kept going, and it was so fun, and I just love that. That's what I love about Dragon Quest XI. So I was really excited, and it kind of gave me that vibe. It's really like a pretty game. It's beautiful, and I love just walking around knowing like I'm on my way to a neat town. What's it gonna be like? You know, is it gonna be winter there? You know, is it gonna be a desert? I was just so excited. So overall, I'd say the game was fabulous. Really cool game. I wouldn't say it's my favorite game of all time, but it's a solid, fun JRPG, like traditional adventure. So if you're looking for something like that, definitely give Visions of Mana a try. It's a game that came out last year that, in my opinion, is a big release, but I don't hear it talked about as much as like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth or whatever. Like, that's just constantly being talked about, and it's wonderful. It's a great game, but Visions of Mana, definitely don't sleep on that. Next up, we have a game that was on my backlog sort of challenge for last year. It was a game that I said, I've got to play it this year, and I did get to it. It's okay. It is not a favorite of mine. I don't know. Okay, here's what it is. It's Persona 5 Tactica. The reason I wanted to play this game was because I love Persona 5 Royal, so more time spent with these characters sounded like a great idea. It's also been like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 years since I've played that game, so I thought, it's been long enough. I'm not Persona'd out anymore, so maybe I can have some Persona time. And so I wanted to play it for that reason, and I like SRPGs when I can play them on easy, which you can in this game. You can definitely play. There are many options here, so it's accessible to all. But this game, it's boring. This game is boring. It's not that great. I'm sorry. I just found I was skipping through dialogue because it was just boring and I didn't care about anything. Now, here's the deal with this game. It uses cutscenes where you're not really walking around. There's no walking around in this game. You're just seeing these anime style characters and then dialogue. And I have to say, that can get really on my nerves and get really tedious. It's not really my jam. I want a character on screen that I can walk around, talk to somebody, see a speech bubble, whatever. But when it's just the anime characters showing up, not my style. I'll be honest, guys. Really not my style. And when the dialogue isn't that exciting to begin with, after like, I know this game's not that long, but after like 20 hours of it, it gets really dry. And I think that's what it was. It was like 30 hours-ish, maybe. I don't know. It could have been 35 hours, could have been whatever. But it's around that. It was long enough. It was long enough. And I was definitely done with it. Here's the deal. What made me stick with it and why it's not that bad is that the actual battles, like the actual maps that you have for these tactical battles are pretty creative. They're pretty interesting. Now, I'm horrible at this, so I play on easy, and you know, I'm not really using strategy the way someone who's playing it on normal or hard would be doing. I'm just being honest. But the battles were cool. There were some cool boss fights. There were some cool things here. There were neat things going on where I thought, you know, the developers actually put some time and effort into making this kind of neat. And I thought, okay, I can do this. I can get past some of the boring dialogue and deal with the battles. I mean, Fire Emblem isn't that exciting for me anyway. I don't find the stories like that engaging, but I love the battles so much. So it was kind of the same vibe, except Fire Emblem is way better. So I would only recommend this to someone who, again, really likes Persona 5 and really likes tactical RPGs. And I feel like you gotta like both, because yeah, you can like Persona 5, but if you don't like tactical or strategy RPGs, you might not love it. And then you might like tactical RPGs, but the Persona-ness might not grab you. So if you like both, it might be worth playing, but just know that it's not a stellar, amazing game. You are going into something a little mid here, and that's okay. There's room for mid games in my life, but just know that it's just okay. Now, the third game that I beat is one that I have just nonstop amazing things to say about it, because it is just awesome. Now, I don't have a physical copy of it yet. I did order it on limited run, so I'm excited that hopefully the end of this year or whatever it will show up, so I'm excited. But that game would be 8-Bit Adventures 2. Man, guys, this game is really cool. So what happened with this game was I was given a code. Now, I rarely take codes. The reason I don't take codes or even actively seek codes out is because I don't really do reviews on my channel, and it kind of feels like, oh, I gotta play it right now or something. So I just play games as I play them. So I don't really actively seek out codes, and I buy all my stuff anyway, so I just don't do that. But I was offered a code for this game. I'd heard from a few people. I'm pretty sure it was Eric Ladd and Chicken Fillets who had said, this game's really good. So I thought, what the heck, I'll take the code. And I usually don't, but I took the code, and then I felt kind of like, I felt like I needed to play it because I need to get my, I don't want to take a code, take a free game, and then not talk about it. So that's kind of weird. It's not my style. I want to be honest, and I don't know. It felt weird to not play it. So I played a little bit of it so I could at least talk about it. And from what I played, it was pretty good. And then after Persona 5 Tactica, I thought, okay, I don't know what to play because I was really wanting to play a game at Christmas, and I was waiting to see what games I got at Christmas. What games do I start? I don't know. I should just play a game I've sort of started, which I don't usually do. And then I thought, how about 8-Bit Adventures 2? I was liking that. So I started it back up, and I kept going. And then, I don't know, within like a few hours, the game is insane. The game is so cool. I can't really speak highly enough about it. It's one of my favorite Switch games. It's one of my favorite JRPGs now. This is completely shocking to me because this is a game I didn't think, would become a favorite. I thought, it looks cool, whatever. But I honestly did not expect to like it as much as I did. The game is really solid. I am so blown away by it. It's everything that I love. It's that big, grandiose adventure, kind of like Visions of Mana, except it's that 8 to 16-bit style. I know it's 8-Bit Adventures, but yeah, it's just wonderful. I really liked this game. Now, I like traditional JRPGs with standard fare medieval stories, whatever, like a Dragon Quest, but this game starts off that way. So you're like, this game's cool, and you're like, if this was the game the whole time, cool. But it's not. Give it a few hours and the game does a complete 180 Harvestella style and gets really intense and changes the game where it is completely science fiction and blew me away. I did not expect what it was about to do. I don't want to talk about it because the surprise was so fun for me, so I don't want to ruin it for anyone, but I can tell you it is not just medieval JRPG at all. I don't necessarily mean that it's like flying to other planets, but it's science fiction for sure. And it's 100% worth your time. Like, it's a really cool game. Like, don't blow it off because it's some indie game. It is an amazing game. that I am just, I don't know, I just didn't expect to like it as much as I did. It's so good. It's really cool, and there's tons of cool party members. You go to all sorts of different towns. The world map is fun. You know, you're exploring all these different areas, and you know, the dungeons are fun. Nothing was annoying me really. Like I just liked the game. It was really fun, and I got through the whole thing proud of myself, because there's no difficulty settings, and that freaked me out a little bit, but I actually beat that game. I tried really hard, you know, made sure everything was good. I was properly leveled up. I had the right equipment. I had the, you know, right items and everything. I was very serious because I thought, I like this game a lot, and I know sometimes I can suck at games, but I was really serious. I just highly recommend this game. It is really cool. I'm just so blown away by how awesome it was, and just the fact that it is getting a physical. I'm very pumped. I can't wait to have it on my shelf, because I will definitely be bringing it up, I'm sure, in other lists of mine in the future, and it'll be nice to actually hold it up, because it just completely shocked me. You know, some games I know, you know, certain games you'll love, you know, there's certain series, like I know when Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth came out that I was gonna like that game. It wasn't, like, it's kind of a no-brainer. There's certain games you know that you're gonna like, and then there's other games that you kind of feel like I'll probably hate it, and then I end up hating it because I'm stupid and shouldn't be playing games that I know better. But then this game was kind of like, I don't know, will I like this? Will I not like it? Is it medieval? Is it kind of boring for me? I don't know. It's not boring. It is super awesome. I really enjoyed it. I absolutely just, you know, really cool game here, guys. Like, it was just a riot. I had so much fun with it. Like, the whole game, I was smiling. So these are games, like, that's the kind of stuff that means a lot to me when I play a game. Like, you know, is this a chore? Because I'm sorry, guys, that is a chore. We'll get to that in another video, of course, and I probably won't own it anymore, but that's for another day. Anyway, 8-Bit Adventures 2, highly recommend, solid experience, you know, just a really nice surprise, and I love that these days when you get these surprises. So it's definitely made me want to play more indie games, for sure. There's a few huge, I know it sounds funny, like an oxymoron, like big name title indie games, but there's a few that I haven't gotten to yet and I want to, but yeah, 8-Bit Adventures 2, solid. All right, those are the last 3 games that I beat. I can't wait to do another one of these in the future, because I've already beaten 2 more since that, so it won't be long until I put another one of these out, which I'm excited because there is one, yeah, we will be discussing. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Please let me know again what you've beat recently, because hey, we're already in February and I think I'm doing pretty good with the games. It's exciting to try and, you know, I try and challenge myself and see, can I beat more than I did last year? So right now I'm sitting at a good number. I'm happy with it. I want to know what you guys beat. And of course, I'll see you guys in my next video.